Hi, it's Karen here. Thank you for joining me. Today I thought we would paint these little watercolours using the splatter technique. Um, I will put a list of all the materials that I use in the description below. So this is what we're going to be painting, these two paintings. So let's get started. I've already cut my paper so I can get started. The sizes that I'm using are kind of postcard size, so it's A4 size. So let's just get started. I'm just activating my paints. Now I'm just going to put a nice little very light soft pink wash, not too wet. And I'm just going to just bring it down, and then I'm going to swap it over and just put a very light green, very light wash in, just to break up that white paper really. It helps when we're painting, doesn't it? So just darken that up a little bit. Okay, I think I might just darken this little area down here, just so I know where I'm gonna splatter. So I'm gonna use that one, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop that out, and I'm going to do the same with, well, not the same, but I'm just going to add a little bit of just a little bit of colour on the background, just to knock the paper back, and it helps you when you start splattering, because you can, I know it's a contradiction of terms really, when we're splattering we'll be able to localize our splatters more easily. So I'm not being precious with this at all, absolutely not. If you want to drop in some there you go. So just put that to one side so that can dry. Sometimes it's nice to work on two watercolours at the same time, because you can jump from one to the other while you're waiting for it to dry. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a really nice watery kind of lavender colour, and I'm just splattering those in like so. Okay, now I'm going to let the watercolour paint do a lot of the hard work for me, because it's going to diffuse really nicely on there. Okay, and then I think what we'll do is we'll just go back in and we'll put a bit more pink in. Now, as you can see, I've got my I've just got a little bit of A4 paper, because my table is quite painty, so I wanted you to be able to see a little bit better. Now I'm going to switch out and go to my Japanese watercolour brush, because it's got a nice point onto it. Now I'm going to pick up some green, and I'm just literally flicking up. Now I really don't mind if I pick up some of those splatters. Happy to do that. That's not. So we're just grounding our painting now. and we're literally just, with a lovely light wash, just, and a really nice easy action. I think it's easier not to go from the top down, because you kind of get a smaller, a thicker top and a narrower bottom, where we want, what we want at the moment is we want our grass to kind of look like it's anchored. So okay, so just, and go each and every way, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just washing my brush out, and I don't know whether the camera's picking it up, but you can start to see it's all kind of nicely diffusing. So going back to my round brush again, I'm going to pick up quite a strong pink, because I'd like some stronger splatters of this colour on here. Now I'm not just splattering everywhere. I'm kind of considering where I would like my flowers to go. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to tease some of the splatters out. Just to give me a more solid looking flower. Now I'm not paying attention to oh, my flowers have got to be round, or they've got to be arc, or anything like that. I'm just allowing the splatters to dictate to me what it wants to do, really. So that's how I'm working with this. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Maybe put a little, and it's just literally just these little marks. Now on here I've got a bit of a bleed going on, where it's a little bit too much. So I'm just going to take that out. Okay, just going to take that out, and that gives us that nice diffused look again. So that's what we're going to be doing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a stronger purpley, a nice purple colour, which will give us a bit more dimension. And again, I'm just splattering in there like so. Okay, as you can see, it's where the paper is still wet, it's dropping, it's running. Don't mind that. I've got a tap going on. I don't know what it is, but it's something that's tapping. But hopefully it's not you can't hear it, so hopefully that's okay. Yeah, just doing that. Gonna swap back to my Japanese watercolour brush, and with a darker green I'm just going to put these lovely marks up. Now what we could do now is start anchoring these flowers down into our grass. Now we don't have to be totally precious about this at all. Not one bit. So we're just using the tip of our brush and we're just pulling down. Just pulling down. Okay, not loading my brush up too majorly. And just bringing that down. And as you can see, we're starting to get that lovely dreamy effect now. I'm going to darken this green up just ever so slightly and just put some more of these lovely grasses in. I'm going to bring them up further up here this time and just get that going there. Just fan that out a little bit more. Hope I'm in shot for you and you can see. That's good. So now we're going to go back to the round brush and I'm going to darken my pink up even more, and I'm just going to splatter now in there. And it gives us a nice stronger colour. So I'm just going to, when you see some splatters that you think, yeah, I quite like that, I'm going to, I'm just going to drop that in there like that. And don't be afraid to go over what you've already done. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay. And then it's a bit of jumping backwards and forwards from with our brushes, but I think it's good to get used to using your brushes. Now I'm just bringing some more. I'm going to go deeper colour of the green, and I'm just going to be bringing those down. I want some. I'm catching some of the pink in, which is changing the colour of my paint. I don't mind that at all. I think it gives it quite a nice effect. Now I'm going to go even deeper now, a deeper colour green. I'm just going to add a little bit of brown just to darken it up ever so slightly. Okay. If you want to, you can just bleed that bottom bit out, and then just to maybe give a little bit more interest, and then go back in with a creamier consistency of paint and just flick that up. That's lovely. This is a super way of working because there are no pressures on us. We can do as little or as much as we like. Now I'm going to go into my white, which I've just contaminated with a dirty brush, which is not and I've just taken it out of the pan so you can see, and I'm literally just going to splatter this lovely soft pink. Now if you want to, you can go into your white and just pop in some white. That would be lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to set that one aside now to dry, because if we put any more on it, it's going to run and run and run. And I'm just going to pop my paper over just so we can start the second one. Now this one is nice and dry. Well, it's damp, but that's not a problem. And we'll do the next one now. Because they're not such a meadow type flower, what we're going to do is we're going to go into a more watery red, and consider where you would like your poppies. There are an accent of poppies, so I kind of want maybe some up here and some in the foreground. So I'm just going to drop a little splatter like that, and a little splatter like that, maybe one there and a group there. Okay, or if you want to put one up there, that's great. Now I'm just going to blot that out because I'll put my arm in it. And then with the side of our brush, we're picking up those splatters and we're just rolling. And that's as simple as that. We're not worrying about what a poppy really truly looks like in real life. This is our vision, if you please. And just pick up those splatters where they've landed, and just pop them round. Okay, but don't get caught up on this, because it's absolutely fine. The splatters are there to help us. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my round size 4, if I can, is it there? That's my round 4. Never there when I want it. I was using it earlier. Now I can't find it. How annoying is that? How very annoying is that? Okay. Yeah, she was hiding. She was there all the time. So I'm using my size 4, and then I'm going into you can use any colour you like, but I kind of think this mauvey colour is quite nice. And we're just going to get our brush, and we're just doing some nice clusters, just some nice clusters of flowers. Well, to give us the illusion of flowers, petal heads. Oh. That's and then we can just dot them in really where you think, yeah, that look good. But don't get caught up on this. It's not important. It's just having fun. Now, going back, because I want to. No, I'm going to stay with the size 4. Now I'm going to go into it's a kind of a turquoisey colour, and I'm just going to put a few splatters here, only because I think the turquoise balances out. It gives us a nice contrast of colour. So I'm just cleaning my brush out, and I'm just going to go in and just move it. Just move the splatters about, just to just to give us a little bit of interest and to give us the illusion of there's some lovely little blossoms or flower shapes that are there. Okay. Now we're going back in with our Japanese watercolour brush, and what I'm going to do is back into the green, and we're just going to flick up again. Okay. But first of all, what I think I'll do is I'll just, if it makes it easier for you to see, I'm just going to give these poppies some feet in our painting. Okay, just so you can see, then that's, you know, this is what we're dealing with, and so you can see that now the poppies are actually planted. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to go into, and it's a indigo blue, and I'm just going to drop, and as you can see it's starting to spread, and I really like that feel. So you can decide which one of your poppies is going to be open and which ones are going to be closed where you can't see the center of them. Now what I like to do is I just like to touch the base of this color, of this indigo blue, just to give us the illusion of it still having the bottom of it's attached to the bottom of the bottom of the flower head. Okay, so right, now let's go back and we'll start to anchor these lovely little flowers in. So I'm just literally, I think I'm just going to add those like that, and just bring that down and just join them to your stem. Okay, these happy little flowers, and there's one there. I'm probably not going to anchor that one completely loosely together, so I'm just going to, okay. Now with the bluey kind of flowers, I'm just going to grab a little bit and just pull them down. Okay. Now it's looking a bit sparse, so let's start to put some greenery in. Now on the poppies, I think it'd be quite nice to kind of just give them that, they've got that funny, it's kind of almost like a feathery stem, isn't it, on poppies. So I'm not going to paint in every feathery thing, but it's just a nod to it, really. Okay. And just wiggle your brush. And don't forget, you can go in each direction and just pull that up there. And let's put some leaves up here, or grasses. And if you want to, in that one I flicked down, so it's just kind of like that shape. It just gives us a nice change. And on that, I think I might do a little poppy seed. And it hasn't quite come out yet, so that's quite nice. Yeah, and let's put one in here, and it's literally just it's just a little oval shape. Don't completely put your watercolour in. You'll leave some white space. That always looks really nice. And then with a deeper colour of the colour, just give him a little bit more interest. And we'll just put some darker. When I say darker, it's actually a thicker consistency of paint, and that shows up our values. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in with my size 4, and with the tip of my brush, I'm going for a really creamy, a very, very creamy kind of consistency of paint, and I'm just going to rub in and just give these poppies a bit of punch, a bit of accent, just to draw us back in, because they are a wonderful colour, aren't they? And it would just make them pop a little bit more. Just in that lovely arc movement. Don't worry about getting it wrong. You can't get it wrong. There are no wrongs. It's, you know, you just play and enjoy. Just enjoy your watercolours. Okay, so if you want to, you could darken up the centre of your, especially in this one, we could just darken that up a little bit, just a very touch, just to get it back to where we wanted. Let me just give that a little touch under there. Okay, yeah. And clean our brushes out, and I'm just going to put some really nice light feathery grassy leaves, just to soften up, it up a little bit for us. Okay. Now, if you're happy with what you've done, absolutely leave it there. If you'd like to go in and maybe put some interesting little, I don't know, seed heads, little interesting bits of foliage, then just put some little dots together and just bring it down. It gives the illusion of something sitting, nestling in the flora of all this joyous spring meadowy type little painting that we've done. It just softens it up for you. Okay, just little taps, as many or as few as you would like, If you need to stand back and have a look at it, yeah, absolutely. If you think, right, I need some stronger stem colour, yeah, absolutely. It's totally up to you. It's about exploration and just having a feel, really, a flair for just letting it just letting the splatters. Now I can't resist, so I'm just gonna give a little splatter and a little green splatter at the bottom, and there we have it. It's our little nod, isn't it, to the spring, which is just around the corner. And here they are. There are little splatter paintings that we've done. I do hope you give this a go. I've just seen that's catching my eye. I'm just gonna take this out because it's I find it quite distracting. You might like it, it's up to you, but I just want a deeper, it's too, I'm fiddling, folks, which is critical. Don't do it. Wait until yours is dry. Okay, so here we have it. It's our little nod to our meadow splatter watercolour paintings. I hope you do give these a go. They are great fun and very easy to do. So take care and hope to see you again soon. Bye.